Hello and welcome to another Firearm Freedom Weekly live wrap-up. About 5 minutes early to this one. Rarely ever happens on a YouTube live stream, but you know, sometimes it does. I just realized that I did not turn off my dehumidifier, so guess what? Even though I'm 5 minutes early, still didn't get that done. So I gotta go do that real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Almost there. Wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't forget to turn off that damn dehumidifier. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's doing well. Few channel updates while everyone's coming in here. You guys may have noticed a few, I think they call it premieres of YouTube live streams that were on the channel today that I put up this morning. First of all, in the live chat, let me know if any of you saw those premieres. One of which I did on my desktop, and I realized that I don't do these live streams on my desktop. I do them on my phone, so that one was null and void. I did another one on my phone, and the hope is that if you guys, so this is my, I should just say it like this. This is my plan moving forward for these live streams. I'm going to try day of to do a premiere and schedule the live stream for as accurate of a time as I can make it. And then that way, you guys, if you're scrolling on YouTube or whatever on your phone throughout the day, you can see that and hit set a reminder. And that way you don't have to rely on YouTube notifying you that these live streams are ready to go. You should get a notification from you hitting that, notification reminder or whatever. So I'm going to see how this goes moving forward. Not sure if it's going to work out well or not. We'll see here. But I'm going to try to do this moving forward. This fair warning is going to see. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter live stream. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in Pennsylvania. Later in the evening, it's still about 70 degrees randomly today. So you know what? I'm excited to get outside. A little bit of a side note as people are still coming in. This is how these weekly wrap-ups go. I'm just catching you guys up on my week and what's going on, and I really do enjoy it that way. But I ended up getting, I'm sure a lot of people in this live stream are watching it after the fact are not going to care at all about this, but I ended up getting a longboard. So if you guys don't know, I actually have a secondary channel that I'm considering starting back up again. It was a B channel to Firearm Freedom that I created in a way of having kind of a backup. So it wasn't supposed to be a channel to like grow and get huge, but it was a channel to post side hobbies, vlog content, me and my wife and things and stuff like that. And it's still a very small amount of subscribers, but side hobby over there is skateboarding, snowboarding, boarding, sports like that. Been doing it pretty much on and off my entire life. And I just recently picked up a longboard. I've never longboarded before. This one is electronic. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. This thing goes 29 miles an hour. It was on sale. I think the company is called Meepo, something along those lines. It's a V4 board. But I have that literally, it just arrived. It's charging upstairs. So excited to get that outside and give it a shot. I've never ridden an electronic skateboard. With gas prices nowadays, it is possibly a cheaper way for me to get to work. So you never know. You never know. You might see good old Mr. Freedom just floating on the longboard down the street on my way to work. Because I can't afford gas anymore. That's all right. That's a little bit of a side note. Let me know, though, down in the comments. I'm considering starting up more regular vlogs on that B channel. It would be vlogs talking about things like this new longboard, side hobbies, sometimes gun stuff, sometimes not. We're going on a vacation here soon, and if you guys do subscribe to that B channel, you'll remember that we did a lot of vacation vlogs, just vlogging our trip and life and things like that. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know down in the comment section, and I'll give the B channel a little bit more of a shout out. For today's gear items in the weekly wrap-up, I have two things that I wanted to bring out. One is the Swamp Fox Liberator Red Dot. I really just got this from the folks over at TacPack, but honestly, I don't really know much about these Swamp Fox optics. The only time that I've seen them is from like hardcore shills on YouTube, and I've never really been able to get accurate information, because I do know people in real life, not in YouTube world, that have bought these and have had pretty good luck with them. As far as just a run-of-the-mill, beater red dot. I think the battery life is like 30,000 hours or something like that on a lower setting. But I'm excited to give it a shot. I don't know. I have absolutely no opinions of it yet, but I do plan on actually testing this thing and seeing. Swamp Fox didn't give me the optic or anything like that directly, nor did the Swamp Fox pay me to do a review, but I'm just kind of curious to see what this thing is like. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of so far, if I can get it out of the freaking box. Oof. There we go. Is the way that the emitter is inside the red dot body itself. And guys, I gotta say, this freaking box that this thing is in, it is tight, man. I can't even get this like out. I feel like I'm gonna break it. Oof. Might break it getting out of the box. I knew I shouldn't have put it back in here. I ended up putting it back in. I don't know why I did that. But the way the emitter is in this red dot, and I don't know that you guys will be able to actually see this through the camera. Let me see if I can see there. All right, right there. So you see that? Right on your left-hand side, I think, is the emitter. And it's kind of like cutting into the circle a little bit. And right off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know why that's bugging me so much, but it feels like it's cutting out. Like, it doesn't look that bad on camera right there, but when I look through it, it sticks. It's enough to like annoy the crap out of me. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. I have a few, I might just end up throwing it on a 22 or something like that. Just something to try it out on. But yeah, it's really tough to get information about stuff like this, because when, the reviewers out there sometimes get their hands on things like this, it's tough to figure out what is accurate information and what isn't. But I want to give it a shot, see if it's good, see if it's bad, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to show you guys that piece of gear. And then I also got, which I'm super excited about, picked this up today, the Mesa Tactical side saddle shotgun shell carrier for a Remington 870 and also an 1100 and an 1187. So this will fit on the new Remington 1187 SBS that you guys have been seeing a lot of content on the channel more recently, and this is definitely needed. You guys know I've pretty much raved about these in every shotgun review video that I have done. Graham, good to see you, buddy. So I pretty much raved about these Mesa Tactical side saddles in every review that I've done so far that has included a shotgun. I'm not affiliated with Mesa Tactical at all. I've bought all of these, but I really, really like these. Now, I know that a huge, really popular option out there nowadays is the Velcro side saddle, shotgun shell carriers, whatever you want to call them. Is the, like, S-Tac makes a Velcro option. I've tried those before, and a lot of the times they work out pretty good. However, more times than not, and I don't know if it's just because we're constantly shooting shotguns in crappy, rainy, snow type weather, but a lot of the times, even if I'm using hardcore, like even exterior adhesive Velcro, it still begins to slide off over time. Now, of course, you can just get another piece of Velcro, cut it out, slap it on there, and you're good. but I've found that these tend to be a much more rigid option. Now, of course, it is slower. Once you're done with your 6 rounds here as the reload, you're out. That's it. But it gives you a much more reliable way to carry ammunition on your shotgun. And with shotguns, typically, as you hear commonly said, you're fighting with what is on the shotgun, and this is about the best option that I have found to reliably get those shotgun shells to stay on the side of the shotgun. I also had some problems with the shotgun cards that went on the Velcro of the little elastic that held them in, actually not holding the shotgun shells in tight enough, so recoil would flip them out of the gun and things like that. The Mesa Tactical ones have these rubber like pieces of tubing here, and that really does a good job of holding those shotgun shells in. The first time that you use this, you're going to have a hard time even getting them out for a reload. After you practice a few times, it gets easier and easier, but I really like these. Now, they are somewhat of a pain in the butt to install. There's a lot of Chicago screws and other things that really don't want to line up well, and you just got to be careful. In some of these, people over torque them and end up actually kind of sandwiching the receiver in on some shotguns that are out there, so just be a little bit cautious, follow the instructions, etc., etc. But I really like this, and you guys will probably be seeing photos of that SBS with the new Mesa Tactical shotgun shell carrier on the side as well. But pretty much after this upgrade, that shotgun is going to be all set. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Got a phone call right in the middle of that. But this shotgun, I'm in love with that shotgun, and it's probably going to be my daily rider for a good bit. Loaded, hot, and ready to rock, and oh, that shotgun. It's just awesome. So those were the 2 pieces of gear that I have for today's live stream. Let me catch up on everyone's comments here. Graham, I appreciate it, man. The SBS, I think, is pretty awesome as well. I didn't see any premiere to set a reminder from your channel this week. Interesting. So, yeah, I set the premiere. I don't know if it's because YouTube is shielding it or maybe I just didn't set it right, one of the two. But just be on the lookout, all of you guys that are watching or are looking to catch these live streams for that premiere photo. It should come up like a little like play screen almost, but a video you can't play. You just set the reminder for it, and you can hit set reminder and it should pop up. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but I'm trying new ways to hopefully get around the YouTube algorithms that are constantly censoring this stuff. Speaking of YouTube algorithms, if you guys want to help out the channel, there are links down in the description. There are links down there for TacPack and also Core Essentials. Those are 2 sponsors of the channel right now. Full disclosure, if you click on those links and use my discount code, it will let them know that the work I've been doing as far as, their sponsorship ad reels, that, that is working. That really helps out the channel. I really appreciate that. If you guys let them know that, I sent you, all that good stuff really helps out, and I appreciate it. And then, of course, there are links down there, all my other social media sites. If you want to try to subscribe on YouTube, you can, but who knows? Who knows if that'll work? But all the likes and comments, all that stuff really helps me out, guys, so I do appreciate it. My first Zenico order arrived. Congratulations, Nick. Waiting on my second Zenico order to arrive. I tried to make 2 new orders this week, but Zenico seems to be having problems processing payments. Nick, I heard from Ivan Tactical that they were having some problems with payments, but that they were working through the issues. I don't know if they figured that out yet, but it is very good to hear that you got your first order. Let me know how long that took, and then also let me know when you do get in your other orders, because I'm very curious to see when those come in. I've got a call with YouTube next week. I'll mention this issue if given the chance. Hey, Graham, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It popped up for me 30 minutes prior. Very cool. All right, so somebody at least got the notification. So, all right, quickly, I want to address some questions as we do in these weekly live wrap-ups that I get in my job, or during my job, I should say, at the gun shop every single week. every week I get different questions, and that's why I really like these live streams, because it gives me a platform to answer them here live, and with some questions that I think maybe some people would find helpful. So this week, still been getting a lot of questions in regards to ammunition. So with the situation in the Ukraine-Russia part of the world, a lot of people are getting now more concerned about ammunition. What's going on with ammo? Do you think, this is the question that I typically get, do you think you're going to see more problems getting in ammunition again? Unfortunately, right now, so ammunition started getting to a really good point about a month ago, before all of the Ukraine-Russia stuff started going on. Ammo was at a very good point. It was at the best point it was before this entire mess started, now almost 2 years ago. Case prices were coming down. Bulk ammo sites were getting it back in, and it went from being able to find this stuff in stock to like just being excited about it being in stock, to actually prices reducing and things getting more available, steel case ammunition coming down. And what I've seen, which is a little bit more troubling over the past week, is a lot more of the ammunition online that was in stock that I was just looking at the week prior is now very much out of stock and gone everywhere. Now, this is not something that, you know, there was only 1 or 2 boxes of. This was something that there was a lot available and is now completely out of stock. So probably the most troubling for me, because it's just frustrating, is 545 by 39. I saw 545 by 39 pretty well available for the past month or so, and actually the prices weren't terrible. There was a lot in stock, quite a bit. I was actually planning on buying a case or two again, just to get it while it was available. And now, if you go online, 545 is just gone. And it's real tough to find. There is still some places out there that have a few boxes of it. If you go to AmmoSeek, that's your best bet. And there is some options that are still floating around, but it is nowhere near where it was about 2 weeks ago. 7.62 by 39 is still out there and available because there's such a large quantity. My only worry is that with everything going on, the public in the United States will buy up more Russian ammunition out of, I guess, more fear that they're going to sanction it harder. They've already sanctioned Russian ammunition, so we're already screwed on the Russian ammunition front. But in just overall ammunition supply out of anywhere in that part of the world right now is going to be pretty tough. And I think a lot of people are seeing that and probably buying more. The other thing that I am telling people to be aware of as well, and I'll tell you guys now, is a lot of manufacturers try to do some shiesty stuff where they will pull this stuff out of stock if they see an event like this happening. So a big thing that goes on at some, industries is just what they do. They will pull this stuff off of the shelves, making it look like it's all completely out of stock, yet they've just pulled it and set it in the back of the warehouse to either do one of two things. Less malicious, they are just trying to hold off and say, hey, we don't know if there's going to be a rush on this ammo, so we just want to set it to the side and make sure we don't sell out of it. And the more malicious thing is they're trying to set it back and then put it out at a much increased and inflated price point. And that's what happens a lot. That is absolutely what could be going on right now in a lot of the AK calibers. But it is definitely frustrating. There are a lot of U.S. ammunition manufacturers that I've caught word of that are sending, millions of rounds over to the Ukraine. I'm going to not get political in this live stream and not say one thing or the other. I personally don't think that's too great, knowing the state of the ammunition market here in the U.S., and that's not just ammunition for us to plink targets with, or plink paper targets. That's ammunition to defend our lives and to protect us, and to use it to train and better our own personal defenses against outside government, against tyranny, against our own government. etc., etc. So it is unfortunate when we're just getting to a point where ammunition's getting a little bit better. I would be very, very, very focused on AK variants right now, and things that are getting imported into the country from other outside areas. Imported AKs are going to consistently be more and more frustrating and more expensive to get as time moves on. That's just how it works. I don't know that Zastava is going to have as many issues because they've done a very good job getting in a lot of imports. So, just be on the lookout. I'll tell you guys right now, as I've told folks for the past few years, if you're looking to get an AK that is non-US made, the time is probably now rather than later, because the prices will consistently go up and availability will go down. Parts kits, other things, that is going to become a problem. So it is just something to be aware of and something to understand. My order shipped February 28th, delivered March 15th. Nick, that's actually not bad. Optics Planet called me today about an ammo order I made in 2020. It's finally shipping next week, and they're honoring the 2020 price. Hey, at least they're honoring the price. That's pretty cool. True Shot has 545. Good to know. Arsenal, what's going on, buddy? I really am tired of people being more concerned with a conflict the other side of the planet than right here. Yeah, I have quite a few thoughts on this situation going on, all of which, honestly, I don't know that I am, I don't want to say qualified to talk about, but I just don't know that it's in the wheelhouse of my YouTube channel right now to politically talk about it. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that, are jumping on this is why the Ukraine should have had a Second Amendment bandwagon, but I think a lot of that is more so social media marketing to see what other larger YouTube channels are doing, and then to just simply do the same video so that everyone's getting the same views and all that good stuff. I don't have any plans to do that. Again, I have some thoughts on everything going on, but it's just not. I'm going to leave that one alone. If it's not politically about guns, I just don't really want to touch on it here on this channel, at least. Sportsman Guide just canceled my order for 500 rounds of 45. It was for 166. That's not bad at all for 500 rounds of 45. Man, I can see why they probably canceled it. That was probably a mistake. But yeah, that was really the only main question that I got a lot this week was ammunition choices. So if you guys have questions, I'm going to wrap the live stream up now, just because these are a lot shorter than they normally are. But if you guys have any questions further that you want to hear me answer in next week's live stream, please feel free to throw them down below in the comment section. I can read through it, kind of get an idea what the live stream is, what you guys want to hear me talk about. But yeah, so as far as what we're going to wrap this up on, future videos coming next week. If you guys have not noticed, and if YouTube's been censoring the crap out of my content for the past few weeks, I've been really hammering out the content. There's been about 2 videos, fully edited videos every week, and there has also been a live stream once a week. So about 3 forms of content here on YouTube weekly, including daily posts. So if you guys aren't seeing that, make sure you frequent my channel, because there's a good chance that YouTube is shielding you from it. Next week, to be honest with you, I have about 3 videos that I could make. I'm just not sure which one I'm going to do yet. So I'm going to leave that, and I'll leave it a little bit of a surprise, because I really don't know which one it's going to be. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, check out all the links down below. I got one more question. Graham, stay safe. Glad seeing you. Will you be at the NRA show? I will not be at the NRA show, but thank you for asking. So guys, if you have any other questions, throw them down below. Check out those links in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more great content coming soon.